Hello, this is John with the Slice of Homestead. Today I thought I would talk to you about just getting your seeds started. A few different options you have for starting seeds. Uh, of course, you can always go and purchase your plants already started, and you can always wait for the ground to warm up and go and put your seeds in the ground that way. Nothing wrong with either option. If you're just putting them in the ground, then you don't necessarily know with how much or how many of the plants are going to produce anything or actually grow. You might plant a whole row and half your row might not come up, just depending on soil conditions and your weather and all that kind of thing. So it's nice to be able to start your plants ahead of time, and then once they're big enough, you can just go and put them in the ground, and if some of them don't start, then you don't plant that empty cell or empty block or however you're planting or starting the plants. So there's several options, several methods to starting your plants. And when I say that, I'm talking about different containers or that kind of thing. So when you decide you're going to start your own plants instead of purchasing them from someplace else, then you have to decide what you're going to start them in. And there's all different options, anything from something that's commercially bought or something that's homemade. You've probably seen stuff like this, right? That's something that I picked up. I believe I picked that up from Walmart. They're less than $5 normally. And then there's something like this. They come in various sizes. I picked these up, I believe, from Tractor Supply, and they're a lot more expensive for what they are. But they're a lot easier to kind of push out of the cells, and they're nicer in their regard. They're a lot sturdier. They're going to last you probably a lot longer. I've had this one, I think I got this last year. At the end of the season I got this one. I liked them, I wanted to try them a little bit more, but they are a lot more expensive. These ones, the cells don't always last as long, but you can always pick them up, and they typically come in a kit. This one has the cells, and then it's got a little greenhouse top and the actual tray base. So you put your water in here, your cell's full of dirt, goes on top of that, and then you put the lid on it, and it helps keep the humidity and the temperature in the right range. So easy option, easy to pick up, and not terribly expensive. Of course, another option is the old cells cells that you would pick up from when you purchased vegetables from maybe last year or the year before, just hanging onto these. They normally don't get too beat up unless you get a little rough with them, but just fill them back full of dirt, and we'll start with them again, right, reusing them. I've got a bunch of these little pots. I think I got these from like Amazon or something like that, and it was 50 of them for something not too expensive, $10 or something like that. Again, these are a little bit bigger, going to take up a lot more space, right? So if you start with something smaller and step up, then you're not wasting as much space. You'll see a lot of people using something called a soil blocker or soil blocks. That's this contraption, and you would actually make dirt blocks. You compress them, and then you plant in the dirt blocks, and you put those dirt blocks. I've seen people that use just like a board with an edge put on it, or again the same kind of tray that you'd get with the flats, and just you fill this full of dirt, and you make your soil blocks in here, and then you put the seeds in the soil blocks, keep it all wet, and your seeds should grow. We'll go over a little bit more of that later, but just trying to show you all of the options that we've kind of gone over or we've used here. Another option for a lot of people is just like solo cups, or party cups, little plastic cups, or some people use like egg cartons. I've never had a big success with that. Or make little newspaper pots, things like that. I stick with this because it's a little less labor intensive of trying to create little box or little blocks to fill full of dirt, and definitely doable. A little more labor intensive. I've got little ones running around and I don't have tons of time to spend on things like that. Just getting my seeds in and getting them started, that takes about all the time I got. So we'll try to take a minute and maybe go over some of these methods. And it's that time of year. It's beautiful out today. It's in the 60s. I think we're going to crash back down here in a couple of days in lower temperatures, but might as well start getting things ready, getting things going. So I'm going to show you real quick, the best that I can, how to make some soil blocks. I've got, again, this soil blocker, and this is just a bin full of some of the soil that I was talking about. Stuff like this, and then it's just wet, right? So it's, I don't know if you can see that, it's wet enough you can squeeze some water out. It might be a little too wet, but you're squeezing the water out to make the blocks, so it ends up not being too bad. Really, you're just going to come down and make sure you get dirt all up in all the holes, level it off, and bring it over right here, squeeze it, and pull it out. You end up having the little nubs come, you end up with pretty little soil blocks. I guess next we'll show you how to put seeds in them. Okay, so here are some of our different options for planting seeds in, for starting our seeds, right? Again, we've got something like this. We just fill it up, just like we would with these ones. These are some nicer ones. I believe they're from Burpee. I expect them to last a lot longer, but we shall see. Fill them full of dirt. Depending on what you're planting, you might only fill them like 3/4 of the way full, and then put your seeds in, and then put the dirt back over the top of them. After that, I did not do that. I often will fill them all the way up and then just do a little hole and put the seeds in, and then bury it back in. Two different options. But the same idea for all of these. Like I say, here are my soil blocks. I'm going to work on these. Work on those. Just a little pot. Don't need to make it complicated. Poke a hole, stick the seed in there. Just depends on which seeds you want to start. I'm going to throw, I think, some peanuts in these just to give them an earlier start. Alright, so I'm going to show you, I guess, kind of a sampling of big seeds versus little seeds, I guess. We're going to do some peppers. My kids actually really love to eat just raw peppers. So sweet peppers, not hot peppers. They tend to shy away from spicy things, but they eat a lot of these. We're going to plant some. We're going to try to grow them. Peanuts I've done before. They are fun, but we're going to try it again. We're going to plant, I'm going to show you planting these and these, and we're going to plant these end up being what the peanuts look like right before you plant them. You crack them out of the shell, you keep the red skin on them, and so I guess kind of the first thing we're going to look at here, I don't know if you can see any of this, but it tells you how many days, ideal temperature, seed depth 1 to 2 inches.
and it's not frost hardy. So we are starting these. We're going to pull them inside to start with. We may try to get a little frost shelter out here. We'll see. So yeah, 1 to 2 inches deep for these. Put them in those big pots there. And these are just a 1/4 inch deep. We're putting these in the soil blocks. Okay, we're just dropping them in the hole. Easy as that. So 1 inch, 2 inch is an easy way to get a good rough estimate. We're just gonna dig our finger in here a little bit. Like I say, I plan on 6 of these, and 1 in each. These are some older seeds. I hope that they sprout. They're from a couple years ago, or a year ago at least. But there we go. And I'm going to come back and I'm going to label these with probably some little wooden popsicle sticks, little craft sticks, and label them, because otherwise if you don't do that, you end up having plants. Well, I don't remember which ones these are. I've done that a few times, and it's always frustrating when I do it. So then again, like I say, we'll move on to peppers. See, that was real easy. I'm just going to show you a few of these. And with these, like I say, my kids love them, but we don't need so many. We can't eat them all. So I'm just going to do 1 row across just 5 plants. We'll do 5 seeds in here. And it's easy as that. This should give you a good idea of how easy it is to start your own seeds. And you can start them inside, or you can wait until it's warmer outside and just start them outside. But by doing this, like I said before, you get a good idea of if all 6 of these sprout and they come up and look like good plants, I'm great. I put them all in the ground. If only 5 do, I put the 5 in the ground. I'm not wasting space in the ground. Same thing with the peppers. If I decide that I don't want 5 pepper plants, I don't have to put them all in the ground, right? But I can always overplant with the expectation that some of them might not sprout. Most companies are pretty good about their seeds sprouting, but you can always overplant and then just not plant them all. Give them away to friends, whatever it is you want to do. Or you can always stop off at the store and Lowe's, Home Depot, Tractor Supply, any of the local nurseries, and pick up great plants that will work out really well for you. Thanks for watching. I hope I answered your questions. If I haven't, please let me know. We're definitely doing this for you. We're not doing this for us. We're hoping that you learn something new. And if you have any other questions, like I say, reach out and ask us, and we'll do our best to help you. Thank you very much for watching.